Hello, Spiritual Connect family. Today I woke up with something on my heart that I wanted to bring forth. Um, I think that we are called as a people to be of service to one another. And that could represent itself in all different ways. A lot of times people think that being of service is just a material thing, and that's not necessarily the case. It's not necessarily the case. You can be of service to people in all kinds of aspects. You can offer a word to someone. You can be a listening ear. You can financially help someone. Um, you can volunteer your time. You can stop and help someone carry their groceries to the car. You can help some child tie his shoes. It's just every day looking of ways to be of service to someone. And a lot of us have family and have people that we assist on a daily. And I don't want to take people out of their comfort zone too much because I understand that it's all different kinds of people in the world. And so some are better suited and better geared to help in different ways. So if you're an introvert, unless you're looking to um, change that aspect about yourself, or come more out of your shell, you don't necessarily have to go out and seek people, but you can find a way to maybe help someone online. Do something online where you don't necessarily have to be in contact with people in that sense. Maybe you could donate things online, or set little care packages up maybe in the homeless areas in your city, because most places, especially major cities, have um, uh, a homeless population. So I'm just saying, just looking for, um, or just sending that message out, to look for ways every day to be of service to someone, something. I love to, um, when it's on my spirit and I have some extra, I love to, go through the drive through and pay for the person's food behind me. Um, because I will never, I will never, I've been helped so many different times, by so many different people, but I will never forget this. I was in the grocery store one day and I had my groceries up there. I had on my work uniform. There's, I'm looking, the par. Nobody would second glance and think like, oh, I need to help her with anything. But this lady, she turned around and said, oh, she was standing there, and she was like, oh, you can go ahead, ma'am. And so I was like, oh, okay. So he rang up my groceries, and she said, I'm gonna pay for her groceries. And I was like, oh, you don't have to do that for me. I'm fine. This is that and the other. I'm, whatever. You don't have to do that for me. And she was like, no, I want to do it. I'm going to do it. And I was like, oh, thank you, thank you. Like, do I? And she was like, I don't want that either. You know, just there you go. You're welcome type deal. You know what I'm saying? And so I got in the car and I said, that lady don't know me from a can of paint, but she wanted to do something nice for me. Food is something that you are required, something you must have. And someone who did not know me saw fit to make sure that I not knowing that I had a family at home who was also waiting on his groceries, but wanted to ensure that I ate, that I had my need met, that the requirement for me to live was filled, if only for that time being. And that was so profound to me. I've been helped by many people. I could tell you many different stories, but I'm talking about completely out of the blue. Me and this lady couldn't have been no different in the sense of what me and her look like. Like I wouldn't have never expected her to help me about and do it, never. And I'm like, it was truly, and I had no little bit of groceries. I had groceries, and she it was amazing. It was amazing, and this had to be this is going on maybe whew, 8 years ago. That was, and it still makes me want to cry this day because I remember what that felt like. That you can love someone, which I've always believed in this, but to be shown it in that simplest, in that raw form, that you can love someone, we can love each other and not know each other. I just had to share that with my Spiritual Connect family. I hope that does something for someone out there. Thank you. Ashe and Amen.